Brill said these are epoxied, and they look like they are epoxied on here. That could be trouble trying to take this off. It's extremely dirty inside, and last time I pulled out particles from this side and what looked like to be a tooth to a broken gear. Could have been something else, but that's what it looked like. So now I'm going to try to get the entire thing and take the pinion off, and probably change it for a new one as well. Maybe have to cut this down if I can't get this off, so we'll see what happens. But I'm going to heat it up. Whoa, the magnet pulled my my flame to it. Maybe I'll use that new ZCI pinion pulley. Seems to have no effect still, so it looks like the glue is turning black. Oh, looks like I'm able to turn it finally. Yep, that was kind of difficult at first because it felt like the tool was breaking. There is thread lock in there, it looks like, but now it's going to be getting it off. I'm going to try the ZCI tool. Hopefully I don't have to do anything with these wires. It fits right in there. Fits in there snugly. Okay, to get this off, you just, first off, I want to move this out of the way. Sometimes people don't know how the pinion pulley works, but on some of them there's a lock right here that locks it in place for you. This should be okay though. You just go straight down on this part and should push it down now since that stuff has been heated. You want to keep the pinion as straight as possible so you're not coming at an angle hitting it. It looks like it is moving. Hopefully I don't break the tool right off the bat. Okay, it is definitely moving. You don't want to go too far because it's a D pinion type. You don't want to ruin your pulley. Mine's good. Okay. That pushed it very well off the epoxy, it looks like. Yeah, you can see the epoxy burning now. Is that really epoxy or is that metal? It looks like a metal plate. Anyway, so you want to pull the rest of this off. Shouldn't be too hard from this point. Still doesn't seem to be coming off. I really don't care about this pinion. I'm going to change it out so I can just use the pinion pulley to push it out, or I could use something to tap it out. I could tap it out myself just so the screw. Is there a screw on this one? Yeah, just so these parts don't get sucked in. screw over here for the... Okay, now I'm going to try to get this off. And what you could use is this. Put this back in here. And then what you want to get is a tool to hammer it out. Nail punch should work fine. Yeah, it's coming off. Ooh. I guess that the end plate was not strong enough for that. Wow. Just ripped it off without me even noticing, I guess, on the very first couple taps. Well, I can just exchange the end plate. It doesn't really matter. And modify it and make it fit, but that's kind of annoying. And all because I didn't want to ruin my tool, so I decided to do it that way. Dang. And this still is not coming off yet. It still needs to be tapped out. So I'm going to have to finish what I was doing. Let's go ahead and unscrew the bottom. Okay, from this point, I'm going to twist this out. Should lift right up, but I need a different tool here. Looks like I see cat hair or something inside. Okay, it's pretty black. Oh, there's stuff on the side. I don't know if that's going to be good or not. What is this? That's epoxy. It looks like that is epoxy. So that stuff really was epoxy. Wow. Yeah. Found a really discolored column, so that's not good. I'll really try to clean it up, but from performance I usually never see it get any better. It will get better once it's cleaned, but it won't stay better. about 1,000 rounds and down, it's just going to get really, really dirty and just come back to the same rate of fire, more than likely. Okay, so this should come straight out easily. However, the epoxy is kind of still holding it. Where's the piece? Let me put this down this way. That's right. Got too many things on the desk. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty black in there. There is some motor magnet wire is exposed, but it's not touching anything, so that should be okay. I'm going to go ahead and clean this the way I clean it. This is pretty dirty too. Okay, grab me some cleaner right here. So you might think 10,000 rounds is nothing, but 10,000 rounds can get pretty dirty. Okay, that should be good. That looks so much cleaner. Now let that dry, and then also the comm is just, see, when the comm is discolored like this, there was from my experience, there was a little bit too much heat. It's really discolored like that, but let me get the end right here. I don't think I got that enough. Even those things are black. Okay, I think that's done. And then don't forget to clean the motor can. Yeah, that's really, really, really black. God, it looks so much cleaner on the inside. You have no idea. Technically I can clean the outside, but I don't think it's going to need it. Yeah, it's still somewhat dirty. Now at this point a Dremel and a vise comes in handy. See? What am I going to do? You'll see. Make sure she can't move. Alright, get out your sandpaper and cut a bunch of smaller strips. Yes, we're going to do some sanding. Or I am, exactly. So basically you just want to probably take off these pieces and put them back on, just so you don't accidentally sand them. Now when you do this, you can create a short in your motor. What happens is you're sanding and all the particles go into the end here. All the particles will go into the end here. So what you want to do on the comm is make sure that you clean it afterwards, air dry it out. Where's me knife? Yes, that's what I said, me knife. Lowest speed possible. And the only way this works is you have to hold the comm as you start. So hold it like so. And then just go with it. I wasn't holding it tight enough, so you got to do it. Make sure you're on the lowest speed. I think last time I did right hand, my left hand sucks. And see, you already see a difference. This is a much faster way. So just keep doing this process. And there she is. Look at how much better that is. So you can see particles inside that need to be cleaned out. So both the magnets in the shell, the can, and the armature is very clean and very set to go. It's already pre-shimmed here, so you don't have to worry about. You may want to add some lubrication to the bearing, which has a very awkward looking shape. To me this looks like a bearing instead of a bushing. Anyways, just go ahead and reinsert, and then if you are cleaning your motor, you must doesn't want to go through. There we go. Wow, look at that. That looks so much better. Wow. That looks great. That looks really, really good. Okay. So you get this in here. put this back on, and then I'm going to have to make another in bell. And it looks like I'm going to have to resolder. It's not too bad. On the brushes, one brush is too far in, which means that one of the springs, the brush springs, doesn't apply enough force when it gets too far in. So I might change that out, and that can affect your rate of fire. All this, the cleaning here, can affect your rate of fire, your connection, your resistance here to the brushes. Go ahead and get that done. So I'm going to make my own end cap here. Okay, just so you can see what I'm doing, I put all the plastic shims on here. I cut me some plastic shims for the screws so that they don't touch the metal to metal here and cause a short. So I've got some nylon little plastic shims for the screws. And then on this, you want to take your end bell and check the red to red and black to black. So red on this side, which is the positive, because there's a little indentation here, and you follow the indentation here. So that means it must go this way. Yeah. So you put it on, and you want to check is shimming wise. You can tighten this, but I'll hold it on there and just see if you can move. I can't move the shaft at all. What that means is this is going to be too tight, and the motor's going to sound really bad as it turns. So you want to pull one of these off and put it back on the right way again. Push down, and then there's very slight movement. Now once I tighten it, that could be different. So you want to get the pieces together, and hopefully your screws can go through these holes. If they can't, you're going to have to probably use the previous screws, which can't go through either because they're not as long. It should go right through here. Unfortunately, it's different. It's not metric. So you may be forced to drill in this occasion. Looks like just another thing I have to do. Damn. When does it end? When you're down on the ground getting kicked. That's when it ends. Now, I felt like this for this last day doing this. Okay, obviously this is not going to go through. So I'm going to now have to take this out and drill holes in these damn things. Never ending. But once I get through that, I should be in the clear. Yeah. Hole's not big enough. What do you know? Okay, I drilled the holes now to see if it'll go back on. Okay, so red is this side, just the positive. Push her on. Make sure your screws have plastic shims if they need it. This one does, because the plate is metal. Like the Lonex's, theirs are plastic plates, so you don't have to worry about that. But I don't like plastic plates because the threads suck. They break very easily, so you can only get the motor a few times. Alright, tighten those babies down. Now the question is going to be, can they touch the magnets? Because you're going to want to make sure these don't short, because if they are too long and they touch the magnets, they shouldn't be able to, because the red is about the same height, plus with the shims they're higher up. Okay, so that's good to know. Alright, so now we've got a new in-bell, all black. Here's the G&G. I think these are the G&G ones. So we're going to use the G&G brushes. Twisty, twisty. Just twist these. Okay, you want to line up, so make sure that they match, and make sure that they're not stiff. They can't move. See, look, it can move, no problem. So you don't have an issue there. And then check with your spring. Put the spring on. Uh-oh. Seems that this is a little bit in a different spot. Still can reach though. Okay. And you want to loop this up onto the top here. To hold the brush in position. And then make sure your springs are strong, that they're pressing down the brush properly. And since this in-bell is new, I shouldn't say new, but it's traded out, you should check to make sure there's no shorts from the in-bell. What happens is the in-bell, the metal and stuff like the tabs at the top could be touching your motor cage, and you don't want that to create a short. So you're kind of just looking at everything here. Alright, this looks really good. Now to apply the new pinion, which will be great. We want to undo the pinion on the inside here. I mean the screw on the inside. I can see why they epoxied this on here, because it comes right off. I bet you even if I really tighten it, it comes right off. What I don't understand is why they don't just make a hole in here for the pinion, because if they do that, then you know, once you put it on there, where's it going to go? So I'm going to try to tighten this, and then I'm going to epoxy it and red thread lock it. I'm not going to over tighten yet, I'm just tightening. Yeah, this is not even wow, this is not even holding on there. Oh, no wonder the pinion gets tight before you can even it's really tight to turn. The screw gets tight. That's interesting. So the screw doesn't even get on there. Yeah, it started to. Try to rotate some more here. Okay, so there it does. You want to have very little up and down, which I do have. You don't want none completely, because what happens is the bottom will make a really nasty sound as the motor turns, because everything needs to be shimmed, including your gears and your motor. Dude, this looks so freaking awesome now. So we got a new pinion, and the bottom's really good condition. So I'll just go resolder this on. This is looking like an A+. What are we going to see as far as performance in the next video on this? I want to say that we'll probably jump up about 6 rounds per second at maximum. I wouldn't be surprised if it's lower than that, because sometimes when I clean this and do all this work, you only get 2 to 4 rounds per second. But I'm thinking 6 because it was really dirty, and this looks really nice. I'm just guessing. I'll catch you guys later.